Okay. I tried explaining, like, looking at it randomly, and it didn't sound straight at all, so we're just gonna go by houses. Um, you are a Gemini sun, Cancer rising, and Aries moon. We'll start with Cancer rising. Cancer risings are ruled by the crab, Cancer crab. So sensitive, you touch them, they're gonna run away, you know. And you also have a Saturn there. Saturn is like the dad of the zodiac or the planets because Saturn is about restriction. It also represents the dad, but it also is reward. So basically, anytime because Saturn takes a while to like go around the chart. So anytime Saturn evolves throughout the years or throughout your chart, so do you. So especially because it's in the first house as well. Your first house is you. It's your physical body. It's how people perceive you. It's how you look to the world. And essentially that would be Cancer rising or Cancer. Cancers, let me see. I have other stuff pulled up. Oh my. Okay. Wait. Oh, yeah. 1 second. Okay. I think it's somewhere over here. No. Actually, 1 second. I really completely skipped it. So Gemini with ascendant Cancer. He's a little misunderstood and certainly unique. While he craves movement and he is insatiably curious, he keeps a calm exterior, and it's not immediately obvious that he is somewhat restless. He is a bit moody and changeable. He has a tendency to talk a lot at times, and at other times keeps very much to himself. A shy and somewhat withdrawn demeanor, private, but once he is comfortable, friendly, and curious. Very observant, natural psychologist. So, crab. You know, it's been a lot. Oh, bye. This is Edgar Allan Poe's. Oh, but I pulled him up because he also has this conjunction, like you do, with the Sun and Mercury, and I felt like this would be, I guess, more understandable because this is a guy that has lived his life already and is dead, so you could like look at his life now and be like, oh, this makes sense, because it makes sense. He's obviously wrote a lot in Capricorn, though. This is a harsher sign because it's about career instead of, you know, your emotions, but his poems, obviously. But bro felt so deeply because he was in Pisces. Oh my god, let me get the fuck up out of here. Anyway, so yeah, crap. Leo, second house. Second house is what rolls over your money, how you view money, how you receive money. Leo is a good place. Leo's a good placement to have in there because we don't really have any planets in there, so it's not as much as a focus for you in this lifetime. But Leo essentially suggests that you'll probably have people help you out, I guess, because Leos are very much about themselves, but they give the spotlight to everyone. They know what it's like to yearn for the spotlight, you know, so they'll give it to everyone. And so I feel like with money, and I think this is a good placement. Third house, Virgo, also not as big as a focus. I actually have Jupiter and Pluto in the third house and in Sagittarius, so I'll talk to anybody. I don't care. I do not care. I talk to everyone. But it's not as big of a focus for you because there's no planet. It's okay. Virgo is of service. Virgo is, so let me see if I can put it like this. So like I said, Leo is like spotlight, gives the spotlight to everyone. Virgo would be like giving this like service to everyone, so they're there for them. Virgo is depicted as the farmer in the zodiac, serving. It's like in the constellation, I think it's like a lady. She's depicted as the Virgin, and she's holding like a piece of wheat because she's giving fruitfulness, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I guess the way you would communicate would be more, you also have your IC down here, Virgo IC, which is at your core, Virgo. Not like saying like your core. This is more like your home in Virgo, which I can't say for sure because I don't know you. Obviously, I don't know you well enough. I think this is more difficult having it at home. I've read other people's charts that have Virgo in the IC, and I tended to see that it is kind of like where there's structure, the home has structure, but I don't know, something's missing though. There's structure, but something's missing. But I could also be wrong because you also have Jupiter in the 4th, which I said before, it expands everything. Jupiter is planet of good luck. Jupiter helps us a lot actually in like the solar system right now, because it helps us it helps asteroids not bump into Earth. It's so big, like, so that's why it's depicted as this benefic, huge, biggest planet. So yeah, it's good to have it down here. It means you have support from your family, from your core. And it's in Libra, so it's balanced, and you're gonna try your hardest to balance, I guess. But yeah, Scorpio 5th house. Scorpio is how you have fun. Scorpio's ruler, no. 5th house ruler is usually Leo. So like I said before, fun, giving the spotlight to people, but they're very much the most fun free like people. I have my moon's in here, and I would say I'm a pretty fun and lit person. I can have fun just by myself, like if I really wanted to, like I'm good. And especially when I'm out, like, oh, I love being out. I love having fun. You have Scorpio in here. Scorpio is like a swamp. Scorpio is death and how to transform it. Scorpio's ruler is 8th house. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Scorpio is sex. Scorpio is very much whatever is, I guess, let's think. It's cause like, dude, Scorpio's got me effed up too. I've been hurt by so many. But that's another story. It's cause they feel so deeply. But this is just, so maybe I'm like trying to interpret it for you. 5th house feels so deeply. Maybe when it comes to like how you like, I guess, have fun, come to like go like not get lit or whatever, like what you do to have fun is very much connected to your core. You feel it, like you either you hate it or you love it, so that's what I feel. That's how I'm interpreting it. Okay, now we're at another planet. So like I said, Pluto rules this, so naturally it's gonna kind of connect, I guess. And I said 6th house is your work. 6th house's natural ruler is Virgo, so of service, helping people, work. You have Pluto in Sagittarius. Pluto does well in Sagittarius because it gets to be free. Sag is so... I bet you're down for anything. I bet you're down for anything. If I'm wrong, tell me, please. But usually people with Pluto or Sagittarius is an optimistic sign. Sagittarius, they like to travel. You ever met a Sagittarius that like to travel? But they're not really like too deep into it. Like, say if somebody had... Never mind. But since you have Pluto in here, to me that means that whatever... It's still significant. Like... Hold on. I found it. You approach work with great intensity and prefer tasks that involve you completely. You like to shut out everything else. Simply... Oh, okay. I skipped a whole word. You like to shut out everything else and simply be involved in whatever you are doing. You also prefer to work by yourself. You do not care to have people interfering with the way you do things. You should be careful of your health, for otherwise you will have a number of serious health crises in your life. Okay, I didn't mean to fearmonger you. Pluto in this position can be a sign that you might work in some area that involves investigation, research, psychology, or secret projects. Definitely, yeah, makes sense, I guess. Sorry if it didn't. I got a little confused myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. Your next one would be your 7th house, which is all about relationships. So now we got to something that's opposite. Your 7th house ruler is Capricorn. So naturally, I guess what you would want in a relationship is somebody that is like, knows what they want, you know, like, no bullshitting. Like, for me, I'm like, because I'm trying to interpret it in a way that you would feel it, because for me, I have Aries over here, so naturally I like people that are assertive and know what they want as well, but can take the initiative and not, you know, bullshit. Capricorn is more like I said, the dad, so more responsible, I would say. I guess a responsible girly. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I like doing these interpretations like in front of people, because I get insight back, and I get to know if I'm wrong or not, and that's how I learn. And we're saving the best for last. Anyway, you have Chiron in Aquarius. Chiron's called the wounded healer. Chiron has this like mythology story. It's like the son of somebody, I done forgot, and they turned out to be, it's because one of the gods wanted to get with the human lady on Earth, and then she got pregnant, but she didn't want the kid because she didn't want to get pregnant with a god or something. I don't know. The kid turned out to be like half, I don't know what. The kid's Chiron, and was very hated. So because he was so different. So, but his brother, I think it was, dude, I don't even know. One of his brothers, It's like names that are known, but I just don't know. They're just not coming to mind. Helps him so he could give grace from his, like, wounds. So that's why it's called wounded healer. In the sign of Aquarius, in the 8th house. Now, I have the same placement in the sign of Aquarius too, but in the 5th house. So for me, like, since, like, I feel like for me, I couldn't express myself creatively at all, and like growing up, or in general, and I'm trying to figure that out more now, because it's gonna be like whatever is hardest to like get over is usually like what you, I guess, not overcome, what you can give more grace to, I guess, because I'm trying really hard to like draw again. I feel like if I do end up doing it again, I can actually heal from it again. But yours is in the 8th house, and like I said, that has to do with like intimacy and joint financial things. I don't know the word. Joint financial things. I don't know the word that I'm looking for. Joint financial something. The other video I made, I didn't even know the word either. But it's okay. Anyway, you also have Neptune up here. Neptune is a planet of delusion. Very much, you cannot predict what's gonna happen. So for me, in your 8th house is like, huh? Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh. Wait. Oh. Let's see. You are usually interested in matters of the mind and in finding out what makes people tick. You see mysterious forces at work in ordinary everyday events that others can see only the surface of, but you must be careful because you can become rather morbidly obsessed and scared by the strange fantasies that you concoct. Your fears may make it difficult to go about your daily affairs. It is important to realize that these fears are based on what is happening to your mind rather than on anything that exists in the outside world. The best solution for all these problems is to take up some activity that completely involves both your body and mind and absorbs the energy that would otherwise go into these negative emotional states. Interesting. Body and mind. Okay. Anyway. So let me know if that's accurate. 9th house. 9th house is your beliefs. 9th house is what you believe at your core. I bet you have really strong beliefs and no one's gonna change your mind about them because you have 2 planets in here. You have Uranus, which is unapologetically themselves, and Mars, which is in Pisces. Pisces and Mars, for me, I know a couple Pisces and Mars. I've had, yep. I love Pisces and Mars, actually, because you wouldn't hurt a fly. And I think you like to do things by your own accord, because you're not gonna do anything you're not gonna want to do. Pisces is ruled by the fish. What do fish do? They run away. They literally run away. They swim away. They swim away. Like, even if you try to get near it, like, try to even control it, try to even, like, like, catch it. You can't. So for me, that seems to be, like, your beliefs, what is naturally rooted, is very much has to do with your intuition, because Pisces is 12th house brain. Like 12th house is gonna be your subconscious. So you're not gonna do anything you're not gonna want to do. And so Mars also conjunct your midheaven, favorable, whatever you do. And Mars being the ruler of Aries, because every sign has a ruler. Mars is about action, assertion, how one does things. So Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, is gonna be about action. It's up. Because this is what all confused me. This is what I was all focused on in the beginning, and that's why I was like not interpreting right. Because this whole thing really points to your writing, I feel. These are like very intuitive, emotional signs, and your north node, your fated destiny, what you were meant to do for your soul in this lifetime, is conjunct your moon, which is your emotions. It's your mom, how you and your mom connect, how you know, what you imagine. Your imagination is probably on point. You're probably very passionate in the moment, very much. But yeah, I see that, and I was like, well, I ain't never seen that before, actually, in anybody's chart where their moon is conjunct their fated destiny. I think that's really cool, because let's just skip 11. 11th house is like your fan base. 11th house is like your followers. 11th house is like what people say about you behind closed doors. It's in Taurus. Taurus is a good sign. Taurus is stable. Taurus is love. Taurus's ruler is Venus. But yeah. Anyway, on to the best part. You have a 12th house stellium, which stelliums are meant to put a more focus on your, I guess, that certain part of the chart, which, like I said, would be your subconscious mind and how you think. I think that, first of all, I just have to know, how do you sleep at night? Because I would be thinking all the time with this placement. Like, all the time. Like, I bet your mind never stops. Because Mercury, like I said, like, this is why I pulled up Mr. Poe. He has a Kazemi. That's a little different. I know that sounds so stupid, but could be translated here because you're into writing, you're into books, you're into learning, and in the sign of Gemini, because Gemini is always gonna want to learn more and find out more, and just I don't know why you have this focus here. I see you do. Excuse me. And you also have Venus here. Venus in Gemini also has a bad rep because they're kind of looked at as like hoes. I don't believe that. At all. I think that people are just too mundane for them and that they don't get stimulated by the normal people, because Gemini and Venus need stimulation when they love, like you're not gonna want to do no like boring shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's also in the 12th house. That's why it's really hard to interpret these things, especially like because I'm not professional at all. It's just really fun for me. I love human nature. It's my favorite thing to do. I have so many charts on here. But yeah, this to me, let's see. Cuz I was reading this to see if I could like just kind of read it and like pick it out, but no, we can read it together. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. Okay. Mercury in the 12th house. I have this placement. He may have difficulty expressing himself, especially when he's young. He does not talk much. He does not speak just for the sake of it. But when in the mood, can talk a lot in a big burst of conversation. He may prefer to work in a remote and quiet place. Oh, quiet places. He is discreet and philosophical. You are not quick to speak or communicate, especially in childhood. You need to develop trust in your own abilities to express yourself. You make an excellent confidant. You are very discreet, and secrets go into the vault. You might make matters too complex by overanalyzing motives or hunches, and then have problems acting on your intuition as a result. You are very attracted to symbols, sentiments, imagery, paradoxes. You prefer not to focus on facts and learn best when ideas are presented visually, emotionally, or imaginatively. Learning to communicate clearly is a challenge for you, but one you might put an end to feelings of guilt, of being misunderstood, and to attracting unpleasant situations or duplicitous people into your experience. Let's see. Venus in the 12th. He is devoted to those who are less fortunate. Oh my. Let's start over. He is devoted to those less fortunate, can thrive in the medical or social professions. He likes animals, tranquility, peace, and solitude. He may have secret love affairs. You are big on romance, and you tend to live and breathe your partner once you're hooked. Not the best at defining your boundaries, where your needs and your partner's needs separate. You can get hurt in love rather easily. You can also feel used quite readily. You are attracted to people from all walks of life. Finding a partner who has an unusual background or quirky personality most attractive. Partners who mistake your compassion for weakness can take advantage of you. Being openly affectionate and trusting often doesn't seem safe to you. You may feel your love won't be appreciated, or I just want to be a president, or reciprocated. you may get involved in secret love affairs or fall in love with a person who is quite unavailable to you at different points in your life. Love and sacrifice often seem to go hand in hand for you. Having to give something up to be with someone you love, or having to relinquish some person or aspect of an important love relationship, you value a certain amount of self-sacrifice and giving attitude in a partner. As you embody these traits, you can be quite mysterious to others, even if you don't mean to be, because your romantic needs are kept hidden. Although you are quite naturally drawn to relationships that are unusual, secret, challenging, and unequal, do not take the time to examine why this may be the case. Be certain that you are not in some way punishing yourself because you don't feel worthy of an equal and public relationship. Because Venus represents attraction and the 12th house is associated with the feet, your feet may be quite attractive. Okay. That's so funny. That is so funny. I did not expect that. Or whatever. I can't even pronounce that. Yeah. If you want this website, it'll tell you a lot more. Just let me know. I'll send it to you anyway, honestly. But yeah, this whole thing will tell you so much about you. And some things you may like, some things you may not. But for me, I accept, like, whatever. But yeah, I hope this made somewhat sense. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great birthday. And let me know if this made sense. I'll take a look at your solar return chart to see how your year is gonna be. So